from the lake in Chicago. I am home on my home time, and I thought I would just take a couple of minutes to film. I have made a decent amount of video that I wanted to edit, just sort of talking about what was going on during the last couple of weeks, or I think it was just over the course of a week that I was filming, and I haven't had any time to edit it. So that's why you haven't seen any updates from me in a little bit. I'm kind of bummed because I was really enjoying being on kind of a steady filming schedule and having time to edit video and posting 1 or 2 videos a week for quite a while. And now I don't have time for anything, which is what trucking is about, right? You don't have a life really. When you're doing trucking, it's very difficult to have any kind of a life during the days that you're doing the job. So I don't have a life right now, other than when I'm off. And it's funny because a lot of people don't take the full, like getting 2 days off when you're trucking is not that typical, and a lot of people take a 34, which is a crazy idea to me, to only have 34 hours in between bouts of all these long 14-hour days of driving, or 11 hours of driving plus hours of other work that you don't get paid to do. So it's hard, it's a lot, and I don't want to keep saying that because I've been saying that, so I'm not trying to harp on it. But I think I'm feeling a lot of frustration right now because I'm not making money yet, and not making the money I need to make anywhere near it. So I have to make some decisions, going forward, see how things pan out. If things don't get better in a significant way over the next month or two, then I'm going to have to reassess probably and see if, I need to do something totally different. I want to stay where I'm at. I really like it, and I like the training that I've received, and I like feeling more certain about my skills and all that kind of stuff. I'm really falling into a groove, and I really like that. But the bottom line is you got to make money. Otherwise, why are you doing it? You got to, if you're doing something that requires that much time, especially if you don't get time to have a life outside of work most of the time, then it has to be worth it. I'm trying to be patient, but there are realities of life that we all have. So I'm also thinking about that. So this will be out of sequence. This video is going to come out. I'm just going to post it and be like, hey, here I am. Here's what's going on. This is the quick update. And then I will probably edit the video that I already took last week and put it up, even though it's going to be sort of out of sequence. So you may see a video coming from me in the next, I don't know how long, few days. My shoulder is hurting just from holding the phone up. What is that about? That's what happens when you are sitting behind a wheel and you have your hands on the wheel and your shoulders are slumped forward, and you end up in all these weird postural funks from sitting for such long hours driving. But I am hanging in there. I'm staying positive. I'm getting into a groove. That's pretty cool. I am also kind of a little concerned because I am not yet making money, and I hope that starts to happen soon. But if it doesn't, we reassess. We just do what we got to do. We, meaning me. I put on a little bit of makeup today. It feels so good to be glowy and have some eyebrows on, and I miss putting makeup on. I really do. And it's hot, and my makeup is going to melt right off my face probably, and I'm okay with it because I get to put makeup on and it feels good. And the glow is real. Anyway, I just wanted to video for a few minutes because I feel like my demeanor is kind of negative and pessimistic, and I don't like that. I don't want to project negativity. In my other video, I don't want to seem pessimistic about things, but I have been feeling a little pessimistic about things, and that's just the reality. I think that's a normal way to feel when you've been dedicating so many hours to something that isn't financially benefiting you, And especially one of the things that I think, I want to keep it real and talk about trucking, the experience of trucking, and what makes it different from other jobs that I've done and the other jobs people do. And I think a really important reality to come back to is that getting paid by the mile is unethical, really. And it's not something that I didn't know or that's new for me, but it's just when you experience it, it can be really difficult, I guess. I never want to come across as if I'm whining or whatever, because I put myself in this position and I accept that. You know what I mean? I accept the results of the choices I make, and I also am brimming over with privilege as a person who lives in the United States and has white skin and an education and all kinds of privilege that I can change jobs if I want to. So I'm not sitting here feeling sorry for myself by any means. I might feel frustrated, and rightfully, I think, but I don't sit here and go, woe is me, because I make my own choices, and I have to answer to myself and whatever for that. You break down what you're making per hour as a truck driver when you're being paid by the mile, it is crazy how little money you're actually making. I don't want to get into specific numbers, but let me just say I'm making less than half of what I would make bartending, or I'm making roughly the same amount of money I could make to work about a third of the hours per week currently. Now, that doesn't account for the benefits I'm receiving in terms of health insurance, but the unfortunate truth, which is a very common, again, this is American. This isn't just like this industry. It's for many of us in this country in general, but, you know, and certainly in my circumstances, I have health insurance, but I don't make high enough wages to pay down my deductible if I use the health insurance. So I can't really use it. It's more for emergencies. So I'm grateful to have it. It feels really weird. I actually just got the card in the mail, and it was like, whoa, what a trip to have health insurance. But I don't feel like I can really use it, you know, because I can't afford to add to my debt by having money owed toward a deductible for using it. But at least I can get preventive care, certain preventative care within network. That is something, you know, to be grateful for. So don't mean to sound negative or ungrateful, you know, just trying to keep it real. This is a hard way to make money. And there's, you know, ways I could maximize my income. And one of them is by working overnight. I just have to decide whether I want to bite the bullet and try to work nights, even though I was saying I wouldn't, but it might be the only way I can make any money. It might just not be financially intelligent not to. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Worst case scenario, bartender Jana coming back. But it's a gorgeous day. It's really hot. Heat advisory is happening today. So I'm going to get in the water and cool off for a little bit and try to stay cool the rest of the day. And thanks so much for watching. And if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, I would love to hear them, see them, etc. I know this video is kind of just a little blurb, but I didn't want to just disappear, you know. I wanted to be like, hey, here I am. I still exist. I just don't have time to edit 50 minutes worth of video, which is probably going to be edited down to 30, hopefully. I don't have time to do it. It takes a few hours, and I just haven't really had time for much of anything. So that's that. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.